it's Willow here. The area of self-value for us really is a crucial area that requires our focus and understanding. And the consequences of not addressing this area can be pretty bad for us as high sensory people. The reason for this, as many of you know, is that in the early stages of life, we are not typically recognized as high sensory people. We are often misinterpreted as simply being highly sensitive, and therefore the challenges that we face because of being able to process sensory information at a deeper level are the way in which we are identified. In other words, because we get overwhelmed more easily, because we tend to be more emotional as children, because we tend to process the world around us in a different way, often we are labelled as being too sensitive, which also can be interpreted by us as there being something wrong with us. So naturally, we tend to hide away our sensitivity when ultimately what we really need is for it to be recognized as a strength and as an advantage, which it absolutely is. And for many of you who train with me or who are aware of my work, you know that there is a very important reason that 15% of the population are born with this trait. And that is because the ability that we have to process the world around us at a deeper level gives us a tremendous advantage in many different ways. And herein lies our self-value. If we are only surviving the trait and not focusing on the advantages of what the ability brings, then it is very difficult to truly understand our self-value. If we are comparing ourselves to the world around us, whether that is at a personal level, at a business level, the way in which we market ourselves, the way in which we hold ourselves in the world, quite literally, if this is not based in a true understanding of the value that we bring, then it is very, very difficult for us to truly understand our own self-value. This is an area which can cause us a great deal of difficulty because our own sense of well-being as human beings must be linked with the understanding of who we are in the world and what we bring to the world. If there is misunderstanding and separation around this, then it can cause a great deal of misery and ultimately depression for us. So once we start to truly understand what the trait makes possible for us at an individual level, this is when we can start to then truly understand what self-value really means. This is an opportunity to recognize the fact that the way that we experience people around us, the kind of information that we are able to discern from people because of our ability, is incredibly important when it comes to recognizing our self-value. And I mean self-value in this case in terms of recognizing what it truly means to stand in the truth of who we are, to stand in our own sense of personal belonging, empowerment and purpose, and leading our lives and sense of self from that awareness. This is a shift that we can make on a moment-to-moment basis. It is an awareness of ourselves at a deeper level. It is an invitation to tune into the feeling of our bodies and ourselves at a deeper level, to truly engage into the energetic centers in our body rather than residing at the head level where we are running all of our false beliefs and conditioning that has come from our early development. This is an opportunity to recognize that the world needs you for who you are. This trait of sensory processing sensitivity does not develop through trauma or conditioning. It is an intended trait that occurs in 100 species of animals, as well as 15% of the entire human race. It is here with a purpose. You are here with a purpose. Once we start to connect those things together, our own sense of self-worth and value becomes far more easy to identify with. And as a result of that, our own sense of well-being becomes far more real for us. The success that we can have in our businesses becomes far more real for us, in our careers, because we start to truly own the fact that our place here in the world is governed by, and as a result of, the ability that we have to see the world and see people in the way that we do. Our perspective is where our value is. Our ability to process the world at a deeper level is where our value is. Once we truly understand how this occurs in each of us individually, that is when we can truly claim ownership of our self-value at the deepest level within us. So may this be an invitation to truly understand how your self-value is matched with your abilities as a high sensory person, abilities that you can only have as a high sensory person, and hence why your self-value is linked with the fact that you are a high sensory person. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.